Hi, it's Fiona here, and in this video tutorial we're going to have a look at how to pull together a digital strategy for your business. And what's prompted this video tutorial is the latest Census eBusiness report. The Census eBusiness report is brought out by on a regular basis by Census, and it just has a look at the online experience of small and medium-sized enterprises in Australia. This particular report is dated October 2011, so it's very recent. The particular part of the report that I find quite interesting is this section in the executive summary that relates to the digital business strategies. So what that in effect is saying is that although the vast majority of SMEs in Australia actually have an online presence, so they have a website or a listing in a directory or a maps listing or some kind of online presence, only 16% of them have actually articulated their whole strategy for that channel. So of those 16%, the majority were focused on their internet and their websites particularly, with about half also including a mobile component and half including a social media component. Now these figures for a strategy are obviously very low, and it did occur to me that perhaps part of the problem is that people might not know how to pull together a digital strategy. So in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how I would pull together a digital strategy, and that might give you some ideas for creating a strategy that suits your business. A digital strategy, in the same way as other strategies, has a defined purpose, and that really is to outline where you want to go and how you're going to get there. So the three components that I think are really important about digital strategy and the process of going through creating a digital strategy are that, first of all, the document sets out your objectives and your goals. So what is it that you hope to achieve by being on the internet and online? What your priorities are, so what is important in year 1, year 2, year 3 and so on, and to use that document as a formal way to allocate budget so that you have the budget available to complete stages of your plan. The second thing it does is explain your destination and methodology. In other words, where does this business want to go and how's it going to get there? And that would normally be over a 3 to 5 year window, although given that things are changing so much in the digital space, normally when I'm pulling together one of these documents, it's really for a 3-year maximum. The third thing about the digital strategy is it obviously gives you a document that you can share. So the blueprint of where you are, where you want to go and how you're going to get there can be shared with your staff, with your investors, with some of the vendors that work with you to achieve your goals, and other stakeholders that are important to your business. So to keep the process as simple as possible, when I'm doing a digital strategy, I divide it into 3 main areas. Now the first of the areas is what I call the marketing elements. So in other words, what is the brand strategy? What is the positioning strategy? Who are the target market? What do you want them to do? What product are you going to offer them, and at what price point? So those are the questions that I think are key in terms of the digital space that need to actually be articulated as part of your marketing elements. The second component to your digital strategy is articulating how you're going to reach your buyers, how you're going to reach the customers and potential customers that are using the digital space to find products and services. Well, those sorts of buyer reach questions tend to be a mixture of answers that are derived from websites and having your own website, to being available on mobile devices such as having your own iPhone app. You may have strategies around being found in the search engine, so that might include SEM and SEO. You might have strategies around social media depending on the type of business that you run. The buyer reach might include things like online advertising, also online public relations, and any offline support activities that you might feel are required to support your digital strategy. Now, when it comes to your digital strategy, the third element that I want to talk about is buyer conversion. So we've covered off buyer reach. In other words, how do buyers and potential buyers find your products or services on the internet, and what strategies or combinations of strategies are you going to use in order to facilitate that. Having buyer reach, though, is only half that story, because what you want to do is ensure that once you've reached those buyers, you're actually converting them from browsers to buyers. So in other words, they're actually doing what you want them to do. Now, we call this online conversion, and what a conversion is that the visitor to your website undertakes an action that you want them to do. Now, for some businesses, that will be fill out a form or pick up the phone and call you. For other businesses, it might be booking an appointment. For other businesses, such as stores, it might be selecting products and putting them into a shopping cart and then paying for them through a checkout process. So we call that conversion, and that needs to be treated separately in your digital strategy because it's a different set of requirements on a business to actually facilitate it. So some of the things that you may want to look at in terms of buyer conversion are things like how your website converts. Now, if you're in a retail environment, then obviously Amazon or eBay are very good role models for that. And there are certain tactics that are used in the way that their site is designed to facilitate buying. For example, if you go to the homepage of Amazon, their bestsellers are on the front page, or what's trending hot might be on the front page. In addition, when you get to checkout, they may prompt you to upsell or cross-sell other products that, people that bought the product you're about to buy also bought X, Y, and Z. So there are different strategies you can use in terms of how your website is built to facilitate improved conversion. Another way of creating conversion is the use of special offers. So, you've seen a lot of the deal of the day and the Groupon type sites that have popped up where you can actually create a special offer for a short period of time, and that will encourage conversion on a scale. You may also look at partnerships, for example, as another strategy to facilitate conversion. And those partnerships, for instance, may include endorsements from celebrities through to actually bundling products from multiple vendors, which is very common in the travel industry, where you buy a package and you might get your flights and your hotel accommodation, and you might get some other bonuses as part of the same deal. That brings to a close this brief overview of a digital strategy. Hope that gives you some ideas to at least get started. If you're a member of the site, then I would refer you to the tutorial for more information. There will be, in the next couple of days, a sample digital strategy put up, which you'll be able to access and use as a model for creating your own. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned, there's always plenty more.